Vice President Kamala Harris, former President Barack Obama, Hall of Fame golfer Tiger Woods, part-time actor and about to be part-time rapper Drake. What do they all have in common? If you said they all know Oprah, you'd be right, but you'd be wrong in this context. If you said they are all mixed race, you'd be right. And I can guarantee you that throughout their lives, they had to code switch at some point in time. Now, black folk, we all know what code switching is. Don't play me like I'm dumb. If you don't know, don't worry about it, I'll tell you. Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele, both of whom are biracial, had a TV show on Comedy Central called Key and Peele. It was a sketch comedy show that was kind of favored after the Chappelle show. And they talked about code switching and how being biracial, they had to flip-flop all the time. There was one sketch where Keegan-Michael Key was dating a white woman and she talked about Black Jeff.
What was that?
What?
Well, where was Black Jeff?
The joke was because he was biracial, in some instances he would be white and in some instances he would be black. And when faced with confrontation, she was hoping to get Black Jeff, but he was sort of kind of passive and she thought that was white Jeff. It was funny. You got to watch it. And Jordan Peele did this a lot with Barack Obama because he can do Barack Obama's voice. So they always did skits where Barack Obama would shake a white person's hand and how Barack Obama acted when he shook a black person's hand. And they also did Obama's translator that got so popular that they were invited to the White House Correspondents' Dinner where he played the angry impersonator for Barack. Because the joke was Barack Obama never really got angry. And a lot of people lately have been talking about Kamala Harris's race and how she's an Indian American and how she's Jamaican American and how she's really not a black person. And it's crazy because her father was Jamaican. And if you look at the African slave trade, 90% of slaves that came from Africa went to the Caribbean and South America. Only about 10% of the African slaves came to what is now the United States. So if Kamala Harris's father, Donald Harris, Dr. Donald Harris, was born in Jamaica to mixed race parents, it's safe to say that the man probably descended from African slaves. He was just born in Jamaica. She was born in the United States. And the one thing Kamala Harris had to do her entire life, even to this day, is code switch. She had to jump from being an Indian to a Jamaican, and she had to do that the whole 50 plus years of her life. And she's been doing it no different than Drake, no different than Barack Obama, no different than Tiger Woods, no different than me and you, because we code switch as well. How many times do you be on the phone with a white person and your voice change? How many times do you be at work and you don't sound like you talk when you at home? We all code switch. The only difference between Kamala and me is her skin is a little fairer. So white people are a little bit more relaxed when they get around her. They're a little bit more relaxed when they get around Drake and Tiger Woods and Barack Obama. They can't get relaxed around me because my skin is too dark. So when they look at me, they see angry black man. And don't let me tell them that I was a proud Marine. Now I'm even more dangerous. They don't see the intellectual. They don't see the bachelor's and the master's degree in American history. They don't see the abstract. They see what they see. They see the concrete. I can't code switch like they can because my skin is too dark. So I have to come across as non-threatening when I'm in those circles. So while you out there thinking that Kamala Harris is not black enough and she's not this enough and she's not that enough, I want you to know something else. Do you know who else code switch? Ted Cruz. Do you know his real name is Raphael? Nikki Haley. Do you know her real first name is Nimrata? How about Charlie Sheen, Martin Sheen, and Emilio Estevez? How about their real names are Estevez? Daddy Estevez changed it to Sheen so he can make it in Hollywood. So when it comes to Vice President Kamala Harris, let's judge this woman on what she can do for the American people. Let's judge this woman on what she can do for African American people and all people in this country. Let's judge her by more than just the fact that she's not black enough. Because then the question becomes, what's black enough? What do you think?